When I was applying for universities in the US, I was looking for specifically research opportunities, community, campus life, and I think ASU was the perfect mixture of all of these things.
I came to ASU a student, and I'll be leaving a leader.
I think what I saw about ASU was the sense of collaboration that existed.
Being able to have kind of support and training and a community has been super important.
I decided to join ASU because it aligned with my own moral values of service and impact.
I really looked at the ASU system and I saw an ecosystem that I could dive into.
ASU has allowed me to break away from the status quo. We're able to think outside the box. We're able to challenge our comfort zone. We're able to go out there and to bring out new ideas and bring in new perspectives.
I wanted to focus on the intersection of healthcare and AI because I think that is where computer science shines at its brightest, is to solve those problems.
Arizona State's been a leader in kind of this innovation towards artificial intelligence, machine learning.
I really want to help the immigrant family to improve their life transition.
I believe that design is not just about aesthetics, it is also the function and the reduction of friction when users actually come across and interact with whatever it is that we put out into this world.
People all over the world want to learn English, so I look forward to helping to fill that need.
I was very thankful to have a cohort and a group of professors that really took me under their wing and showed me the ins and outs of journalism.
My time at Thunderbird has been one of immense mentorship. I've had many a faculty continue to open the door for me.
I've been working on machine learning models that can predict glucose levels in non-diabetic individuals.
I was not able to find another finance program that had an extension that was focused in artificial intelligence and technology and data analytics. And that's really a big reason I came here, was for that program.
So my research focused on this transition called aquaculture, which is a process of farming fish on land. And I looked at this in the coastal parts of India.
I chose ASU and specifically the industrial design program because of the fact that it's quite a niche domain or field of study. It is also quite a selective program and is one of the top in the United States.
I love teaching, I love working in the research, and I want to be able to continue doing that, both to make the impact in the research and to be able to train the next generation of scientists.
I chose organizational leadership as my focus of study because being a state legislator, it allows me to be creative, unique, driven, and it also allows me to be open-minded.
As a bilingual speaker, I want to work as a bridge, connect with clinical practice and science research on psychology.
I decided to start my master's at ASU because I seem to fall into these English tutoring gigs for several years now and wanted to make sure that I had the theoretical and practical background to back up what I was doing with my students online.
In March, I traveled to Panama to report on global migration, and it was one of the most life-changing experiences. I got to cover something I care about, and I actually ended up getting published in the Associated Press.
For my undergraduate degree, I studied chemistry and physics. However, undertaking this PhD, which was Innovation in Global Development, which is a social science degree, really caused me to dig really deep. So that was a real transformation for me.
The focus of my capstone was on improving health literacy by using digital health technology in order to reach communities that don't necessarily have the tools readily available. What inspired me to get into this field of work was really growing up low income and seeing how the impacts of lack of food access can really negatively affect families and communities.
When I was exploring universities in US, I wasn't just looking for a degree, I was looking for a practical experience as well. The collaboration with Mayo Clinic taught me real-world experience. So I was integrating clinical informatics, AI, machine learning, and whatever I do, it's just helping to treat patient outcomes.
The whole picture of criminal justice is reform and rehabilitation. And even though I may not be in direct criminal justice field, with those soldiers who are going through a legal aspect, I'm able to provide them leadership in that area. That's the biggest reason why I'm so passionate about this, because I've been in that situation in my life and I've seen a transformation, and I know that it's possible to be rehabilitated.
So in my program, Human Resources and Employment Law, we mainly study how to comply with federal and state laws and how it coincides with human resources.
The Leadership and Innovation in Education program is unique because it's designed to challenge you in different ways. The program has allowed me to think differently about leadership, research, and capacity building, to not only being able to collect and analyze data, but also to use that data to make meaningful change at the University of Guyana.
Thunderbird really is this liberal arts degree where I had wonderful relationships with faculty and staff, but then I had all the resources to an R1 institution, which was really powerful.
ASU helped to prepare me for my future by really teaching me all the things that are involved in changing a large system.
My biggest takeaway from ASU would be the community that I've found here.
Challenges can either build you or break you, and I chose build.
A PhD is not just about doing the research, it's also about building the questions. And I think a lot of the questions, a lot of the methods, a lot of the ideas that came to me came from being here in person.
I definitely do think that Cronkite helped me be the storyteller I've always wanted to be.
I would really love to be at the intersect of economic development and community placemaking.
I plan to pursue my career in bioinformatics research. I plan to dive deep into more research fields related to it.
I think what really it comes down to at the end of the day is the people here, and they are the best, most supportive people that you'll ever meet in your life.